Now to a news alert. The governor making a disaster declaration for El Paso County, and that frees up $400,000 for flooding help around the Manitou Springs area. The fire chief sharing this Colorado Springs Gazette video with us, showing the power and danger of this summer's flooding there. A woman shown caught in that storm. She's okay, and thankfully, another woman reported missing from Friday's storm has been found safe at home and is now recovering. And tonight, everyone is accounted for. Now, one woman who survived the flash flooding, this is Laura Hunter. She's still at Penrose Hospital recovering and sharing her story of how she survived.
I straddled that tree, pulled myself out, flung myself onto the ridge, to the embankment, and then proceeded to just crawl up to higher ground. And then I noticed that I'm walking on a broken leg and a broken foot.
Hunter believes the adrenaline and cold water is what kept her moving. She hopes to be released from the hospital tomorrow. And new tonight, 7 News reporter Mark Stewart live in Manitou Springs. And Mark, there are lingering dangers, even though the flooding there has stopped.
And the damage here is still quite tremendous. Take a look behind me. You can see a soda fountain as well as 2 refrigerators. Eventually, all of these piles will be removed, but there will be some ongoing health concerns, mainly bacteria and bugs. This is the dinner hour for people in Manitou Springs.
We're just washing it off and getting it loaded onto trucks to get into storage for them.
Armed with a hose, residents like Shell Terrell are helping their neighbors clean up what the mudslide left behind on these streets and in these stores.
There is no other place like Manitou. We have to do this now. That's the only way our downtown's going to get through this.
Despite these good intentions, emergency responders are concerned about a bacteria that may be invading these streets because of the water flow. It's called tetanus.
It's in dirt, it's in soils, it's in feces.
The fire chief says tetanus can enter your body through a small scratch, even from stepping on a nail, and it can paralyze your muscles.
You get like very mega flu-like symptoms.
The fear is volunteers may get it through no fault of their own. Vaccines will be administered first thing Tuesday morning.
And we just want to make sure the people who are helping us don't get hurt.
Staying healthy so sickness doesn't interfere with progress. As long as these piles of debris are still here, so too is the risk for tetanus. Starting tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Community Congregational Church here in Manitou Springs, you can get a free vaccine if you're a resident or a volunteer. Finally, with all of this water in this environment, there is concern that it could perhaps cause even more mosquitoes to breed in the months ahead. That's something that the health department here will be watching as well. We're live in Manitou Springs tonight. Mark Stewart, 7 News.